Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Caroline Manzo's brutally honest warning about Real Housewives of Rhode Island echoes Teresa Giudice's cautionary tale of jail. Caroline Manzo may have emerged from the Real Housewives of New Jersey relatively unscathed, but she has a stark warning for anyone who considers joining the franchise. Teresa Giudice. Alexa Fraser, who recently told Collider about how she was heavily pursued to join the Real Housewives of Rhode Island, recounted more of the career-changing conversation she had with Manzo. Fraser told Collider that after speaking with Manzo, she made a firm decision to say no to joining the cast and recently revealed more about the serious warning Manzo left her with about why anyone should reconsider Housewives. "She just gave it to me straight," Fraser said on the Behind the Velvet Rope with David Yontef podcast. "The show would have broken us. And a lot of relationships and families get broken on those shows. And we were even talking about Teresa Giudice, and Joe, and how he got sent back to Italy. She got put in jail. Those things are just not worth it. And people are already doing that to the alleged cast." In 2014, Teresa and Joe Giudice pleaded guilty to multiple counts of fraud and both served time in prison. After completing his sentence, Joe was deported to Italy, having never attained U.S. citizenship. Fraser told Collider she is a longtime friend of Manzo's, so she immediately asked her for advice when producers hotly pursued her for High. She and Manzo had a 2-hour phone conversation where Manzo told her. She blatantly said, "Do not do it." Alexa recalls, "You will blow up your life. These shows are not good." And she was telling us the ins and the outs, and how producers cut and slice and make her react to things that she didn't want to react to. Manzo shared how producers can edit reactions and moments designed for drama. She said there were times where producers cut my face and put it to a reaction that I didn't really have. Fraser reflected on the podcast. "They snippet my husband's voice. They tried to make it seem like I was cheating on my husband. My husband was cheating on me. They tried to make it look like I had a problem with my cousin in this family. And they didn't talk to me. And she just gave it straight." Luckily, she said, her and her husband are very, very strong. They've built a solid foundation. Her family's strong. Several Housewives cast members have since divorced after being on one of the shows, which was not lost on Manzo either. Manzo believes that if her family weren't as strong as they were, they too could have been broken. Fraser, who is married to psychic comedian Matt Fraser, ultimately turned down RHORI. Fraser has been in the public eye for a while and starred in E's Meet the Frasers, so RHORI may have been looking for a bigger name to help helm the series. That's why Dolores Catania's name may currently be in the mix. Rumors that Catania, a longtime RHONG cast member, is joining RHORI have been circulating since the show was announced, but Fraser doesn't see how she could seamlessly fit into the cast. She said on the podcast that she'd never heard of Catania coming to Rhode Island. "I just saw there was a couple of articles kind of rumored. Again, everything's alleged," Fraser said. "Who knows what's real or what's not?" So they did say because she's New Jersey, they're kind of doing that overlap and will take over New Jersey or whatever happens in the franchise. Fraser, who recently gave birth to her second son, said she and husband Matt live in a bubble and are busy with their children. "But I have never personally seen her around. Nobody that we know has been like, 'Oh, she was at this hair salon or getting her nails done here.' So it could be made up, could be just to elevate Rhode Island a little bit, give it the boost that maybe they think it needs. I'm not sure." In the glittering world of reality television, few franchises have captivated audiences quite like the Real Housewives series. Across cities, these women serve up drama, glamour, and scandal with an addictive blend of candor and conflict. Yet behind the perfectly coiffed hair and designer wardrobes, reality often bites back hard. Caroline Manzo, a stalwart figure from the Real Housewives of New Jersey, recently issued a searing warning about the current cast and culture of Real Housewives of Rhode Island. a warning that eerily mirrors the cautionary tale of Teresa Giudice, whose life was forever changed by a stint in jail. Caroline's bluntness is refreshing in a world often obsessed with image. She knows firsthand the fine line between reality and reality TV, a boundary Teresa Giudice crossed with consequences that shook fans and cast members alike. Now, Caroline fears that the drama in Rhode Island isn't just about ratings. It's a warning sign about what happens when real life spirals out of control. A stark contrast. From Jersey to Rhode Island, Caroline Manzo, beloved by Real Housewives of New Jersey fans for her no-nonsense demeanor and family-first values, has always embodied the balance of being fiercely protective yet brutally honest. She understands the pitfalls of the housewives' lifestyle, the pressures to perform, the constant spotlight, and the blurred lines between personal life and entertainment. When she casts her eye on Real Housewives of Rhode Island, Caroline sees a cautionary tale unfolding. Rhode Island's cast, known for their fiery tempers and relentless feuds, have captivated audiences with scandalous fights and emotional breakdowns. But Caroline warns, it's more than just television drama. It's a reflection of deeper personal struggles that could lead to serious consequences. Teresa Giudice's story is the ultimate real-life example of this. Once the sparkling star of Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teresa's financial missteps and legal troubles culminated in a prison sentence that changed her life forever. Her story isn't just a headline, it's a raw reminder that reality TV fame comes with real-life risks. The mirror of fame and fallout. Caroline's warning to Rhode Island's cast echoes the lessons learned from Teresa's experience. Fame can be a double-edged sword. For Teresa, the pressures of maintaining an image of success and perfection in the public eye masked serious financial difficulties. The show magnified every decision, every mistake, until the consequences could no longer be ignored. Similarly, Rhode Island's housewives are living their lives under constant scrutiny. Their disputes, emotional vulnerabilities, and sometimes reckless behavior are broadcast to millions. Caroline sees the cracks beneath the surface, the stress, the potential for personal and legal troubles, and the danger of allowing television drama to bleed into real life with irreversible results. Being on the show can be intoxicating, Caroline has said in recent interviews. But you have to remember it's real life, not just a storyline. One misstep can cost you more than just ratings. It can cost your freedom, your relationships, and your peace of mind. The heavy price of reality TV drama. Teresa Giudice's jail time was a wake-up call for many Housewives fans and cast members alike. Her prison stint was not just a punishment, but a profound lesson on accountability. It revealed how the pressures of fame and financial instability can culminate in a public downfall. Caroline's perspective is shaped by that painful legacy. She sees the current Rhode Island drama with a wary eye, recognizing patterns that could lead to similar consequences if unchecked. The relentless feuding, impulsive decisions, and sometimes reckless behavior are not just entertainment fodder, they're signs of stress and instability that could escalate. Her warning isn't meant to dampen the spirit of the Housewives franchise, but to inject a dose of reality into a world often shrouded in fantasy. Caroline urges the cast and viewers to remember that behind every argument and every tear is a real person facing real consequences. The psychological toll behind the glamour. It's easy to forget that behind the sequins and champagne glasses, the housewives juggle the psychological toll of constant public exposure. The pressure to be on at all times, to maintain a flawless image, and to keep personal issues on camera for the world to dissect can be overwhelming. Caroline's caution speaks to this hidden burden. She's seen how the stress and drama can lead to decisions made in the heat of the moment, decisions that can spiral into legal or personal disasters. Teresa's story is a somber reminder of what happens when the pressure becomes unbearable and mistakes multiply.